Morning. We've got breakfast being made. This is for breakfast.
Yeah.
Right, good. Thank you very much. Busy activity. Last day here at the farm, so there's mixed feelings about that. Obviously, very pleased to be going home, but that comes with its own challenges not being around. So I was doing some other, I wanted to just show you sort of other things that we've been doing. So I'm just about to have my breakfast, but there is quite a bit of work that we have to do as a team just to get ourselves all sorted, and that just includes the accounts and expenses and sales and things of that nature. So I'll just show you the type of thing we do. So we're just over the last few days just been looking at all the, I'll keep it like this, it's not quite so in focus, but just looking at all the orders for fingerlings and things like that, and then you have just data upon data, and then fingerlings isn't so much, but we tab along. We've got all the fish orders that we've made. I can click on it. All the fish orders that we've made over time. And there's a lot of stuff we can do with that data, but it just goes on and on and on and on and on. We have our own way of collecting it. These are the price ranges, and then the week-on-week data, and you can see the total number of fish. And then just the complexity develops, sort of the sizes, those columns start to develop as we go, and then we end up with things like total fish sales, which goes up and down. And what's funny about this is only up to October, so there's more, but each dip often is a pain point, and there's quite a lot of learning to do over those periods. So there's a bunch of other graphs somewhere as well. This is the total number of fish. Then we've got are we hawking it? Are we doing it via markets? Then the weight that we sold, because that may be a better reflection than just the price. So this type of thing, and then of course the boring stuff with the accounts. So yeah, I just get to sit here and work away on spreadsheets and stuff, and then I'll call in various members of the team just to give some clarity, because they're sending me this in Excel or Word format, sometimes photographs depending on where we're at. We've got BSF data in here as well, and then of course that will be compiled into sort of reports, things. So with our partners we can do that. With our visitors from Gatsby Africa, they were asking about some of the data that we have, the numbers behind the model, because of course that's an important point, how it all works. So we can produce reports and sort of some analysis of the data to see our trends over time, and where we have pain points, where we have growth areas, where we need to improve things, where we don't. But it's all very helpful, but it is a significant chunk of the work sometimes, coming here, just sort of clarifying, especially if you've not been for a while, making sure everything's up to date. And I don't tend to show it to you because it's pretty, I think it's a bit, I find it interesting, but unless you're involved in the detail of it, it's pretty boring. You're not going to watch a video of that, are you? So yeah, that's another part of the day. I'm waiting for Samuel at the moment. He should be on his way, and then we'll start some BSF training. But whilst I wait, I'll have breakfast and crack on with some more of this report writing, or data analysis, I guess it is. Right, well, turns out I was waiting for Sam, but actually was here already. So I just had missed him. Well, he missed me, I think, is a better way of putting it. But I was up in my room over there, and he was early. Said I was sleeping, which I wasn't. That's a cheek. Anyway, this bay, we're just having a quick look. It looks like there's not a huge amount of maggots in here. There are some, of course, if you look carefully, but it's hard to see on camera, but there's one there. Look at the end of that fork. They're dotted around. I suspect the reason they're not moving around much, because they should be, is the temperature thing. It's probably a bit too chilly. That's something to do with the volumes, I think. So if we don't have that many maggots in there, and we're just checking the thermometers, This one's off, so we're just checking the batteries. But if they produce their own heat, of course, body heat, so when they are clumped together, then it's quite warm normally. So I wonder if we'd reduce, there wasn't that many to start with, reduce the amount of substrate we're putting in there, so then it forces them to clump up, and then that would keep them a bit more active. That could be one reason. I think this one is just frass in here.
Yeah, that's just.
And then we have, what's in this one? Well, this one should be maggots, maybe. So far, Simon said he's collected 7 clutches of eggs, which is about should be 0.14 grams, which is good. Lovely movement here. So this was quite wet, I think, isn't it, Sam? How do you see it?
I'm up here. I think it isn't that way. Maybe there are also few. Look, I remember they always come.
You can see them. There are. I can definitely see them. But not in huge numbers. But this will change as we improve our management. So just where it's wet there, see Sam at the bottom. That's the sign that we should be adding something just to absorb that. We don't want standing liquid. Yeah, it's quite a few, you're right.
Trying to put down here because it's too wet.
Yeah. So we've just looked at the state of all of the bays, fresh start and all that. This one's got a few pupa. This one is mostly just frass now, I think. You still get the larvae coming out, which is good, so we'll collect those. A few pupa in here, but very little. I can't even see any in this one either. There's some pupa come out, it's like maybe 3, I count 2 there. 3. Oh yeah, and some down there. This one is just old frass, although we still sometimes get, but probably not because it's been there for months. And then this one, there's a few, but very little. So the plan is to, this isn't old digested either, so we want to produce frass. So what Sam's going to do is combine all the substrate into one, and then he'll have that will give him 4 bays that are empty.
Yeah, there will be 4.
There'll be one with frass, one with whatever's left.
And then one with frass. There will be 2 with frass.
Okay. Oh yes, because this one is quite big. Yeah. So there'll be 2 with frass, and then
one
with larvae and whatever's left.
Yeah.
And then we'll have 3. We can start again. And then the ones that have some substrate. This is still not digested, but there's not enough maggots. Over time, we'll just add the remnants. So he collected 7 clutches this morning. Yesterday there was some collected. When it's small amounts like that, once they've hatched, we'll just put it in, and then we'll start again from scratch, so that we can have a good production of eggs. Because we want us to do this properly. This probably needs some new batteries. The little scales aren't. They're at the farm for the fry, and they should be here. So we're trying to measure on. I don't know if they're down there, but it's like kitchen scales, so they're not accurate enough to measure the eggs. So yeah. Anyway, I'm pleased that Sam's taking over because I think we'll have to do much better. I'm going to go and look at So having that science background, I think that really helps. Just sort of understanding the what you're actually trying to achieve, things like temperature and damp and I don't know, all sorts of different factors. That's important, I think, sort of understanding the process as much as just the tasks that need doing. So yeah, we can definitely see some movement in here, which is good. It's warming up nicely, and there's still a lot of flies, which is great. So we've done really well.
Maybe I'll remove these ones that are already.
Yeah.
Then these ones, I think they are no longer adding some substrate. to attract them lay eggs.
Okay.
So we need to add fresh one.
Yeah, fresh attractant, because it has the thing about attractant. It's in the name. It has to attract, so it has to have a strong scent. And if it doesn't, then it's not doing its job. And we don't want them to lay eggs. You know, and you know, they could find like a place like here and try to lay, or even I've always wondered if they lay them up there, but perhaps not.
Then the grass that we need to clear.
I think the grass is fine because it actually provides a habitat for them.
Oh.
So it's quite nice. It provides a bit of moisture. You often see all the flies coming over here, like yesterday.
Yeah, even there I'm seeing this one.
Mm-hmm.
Just I was wondering if they could go on and lay within this place.
They shouldn't. If there's nothing that smells here, they shouldn't. But we just keep an eye on it. So if you every now and again check, and if that becomes a problem, we'll deal with it. But generally, they shouldn't. There's some eggs there. Oh no, that's on the outside, I think. Yeah, there's a little mark there. Just here.
So I think that if we put the substrate that is fresh, I think it will be that they won't lay anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to lay near a food source, basically. So yeah, I think it's looking good in here. And then you know, if this is dead, we can get rid of this. But most of the plants have survived, which is nice. So yeah, I think just on reflection about the BSF, I feel like we obviously you always bear some responsibility when people leave, and you know, some of our training wasn't quite perhaps where it could be. I think we set expectations and those weren't met, which is ultimately what happened. But as you know, it's not a fun part of running a business, but we've left the door wide open, and I think there'll be opportunities to engage in the future. I think, to be honest, as well, we perhaps have underestimated the background of sort of science and science and husbandry that you need for a project like this. So I think going forward, we'll do much better with Sam, and I'm really hoping we can get that place thriving. So Sam's put the eggs into some maize. How many eggs?
This one, the one that were there.
Okay, from yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
And then today.
No, for today, not.
Okay, just from
So
yesterday.
one first try these ones, and then I see how it goes.
Oh, well done. And have you added any liquid?
No, I was adding little.
Oh, so it's a bit powdery like this. Yeah. So you've added some liquid.
Yeah, very little.
Okay, perfect. Well done. So you'll keep adding liquid to that as you need, as it dries out. So thanks very much for watching. Appreciate your support as always. Do like and subscribe, and that really helps us. This is the end of this video, but it is actually the start of the next video as a spoiler alert. But thanks very much, and see you on the next one.